You have the floor. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks to the organization for giving us this opportunity and pushing the Spanish startups. So what you all already know, what usually happens with all the security departments, we are always overwhelmed. I belong to the systems department, and we are always doing many different things, and we try that everything is as safe as possible, but it is not easy, especially when we have to make a lot of deployments, etc. So we have ports that are exposing any type of thing. We have not been mischievous, but they end up by spoiling our safety and our things. So Mr. Rooter is trying to solve these type of things. We're trying to see what we have on the internet, what type of assets you have, what ports and what things are affecting you, to solve it as soon as possible, because every additional minute could mean a lot of millions of euros or dollars or whatever. And with these scores, we are giving just an information score, and that's it. So it's just to tell you what level you have within that score. And how do we work? This is our top level infrastructure. We have a self-provisioning system. We just need a domain. In that way, we can see what you have on the internet. So Mr. LOOQUER, at every organization, no matter it's big, small, etc., it's as simple as that. We do not have to start installing things, to start having IPs, ranges, etc. So this information is taken by us. So this is analyzed in real time and in a periodic way. When we introduce it, and in a periodic way, daily, weekly, whatever, and we inform the involved parties through a website, email, etc., so that the action is as quick as possible. So I encourage you to try it. Now it's open. We've launched the version the first version 15 days, 1 month ago. You can register your own company, your own domain, and you have to register the domain that you want to register, so that we know that it belongs to you and not to others. And what is trending now are the cloud environments. What happens with these environments? We raise machines in seconds, databases, our developers raise databases, machines, etc. We have much more flexibility, but we also have many more problems. So it would be great that we could say, well, we raise a machine, we know about it, and if there's any vulnerability, we can react against that in minutes. This is where we are to. We have a solution with the three main cloud providers, Amazon, Azure, and Google, where just installing Mr. LOOQUER with some configurations and setups, we are able to scan that in real time. This is not just I mean, we are walking the talk. We have a real test. I can't say the name, with a bank. But what we have in this case has an infrastructure in Amazon, and what we have is a Lambda. I don't know if you know a Lambda. Well, Lambda is, well, it's a function that is executed on specific environments. So we have developed a Lambda in Amazon that with a couple of clicks can be installed, and it's monitoring the your cloud provider infrastructure, and in that moment it communicates with our environment through an API on real time, and it informs the customer through Warehome to close the ports, to throw the machine away, whatever, but to do it as fast as possible. So I wanted to show you a demo so that you can see how it works. Well, here you can see the Lambda in the marketplace. Oh, no. Yes, that's it. Well, after installing it, after clicking on installation, it's just one click to install it, another one to give new permissions, in the sense that we want to install it, etc. And this is going to deploy this function everywhere we want. In this case, I think it's in California and Virginia, and it will be deployed and will be monitoring everything we do. We will be checking whether there are new machines. No, I mean, it will be the other way around. Every time that there is a new machine created, we will know that it's going to be executed. This is the configuration that we have to do, Mr. LOOQUER. This would be our app. We have to create a token, JWT, so that this Lambda can connect to our infrastructure, and that's it. As simple as that. Now we are copying, and now we're going to show you the part that has to do with webhooks. If we want to launch a webhook, what we're doing here, or what we could do here, is to configure our URL that we want Mr. LOOQUER to attack, to say, well, I found these ports, these vulnerabilities on this asset. So this way, you'll be able to act. If you want to close ports, you send an email, whatever. So now we're going to configure this token in Lambda. This is the only thing that I have to configure in Lambda for everything to work, and that's it. With this, we have Mr. LOOQUER in our infrastructure. And this is a real test. Well, it's a video, I mean. Well, we are creating a machine. I'm going to create a machine with a vulnerable AMI. I've just raised a database and an index where I'm going to expose the port 5432 and the 8080 port. And this should tell us, well, you have two ports open. There's a database, an open database. So here we are opening the Amazon proxy. We just launch it. We give the permissions, everything we have to do. If you're accustomed to do this type of things, to create machines, all the steps that Amazon requires, and we launch it. This is what every developer would do, any developer that raises a machine would do. We're not mischievous, but they open the ports because they need to log in from their computer, from their local position. So what happens? Mr. LOOQUER, let's see if I end up with a creation. So Mr. LOOQUER knows that there has been a new creation. There's a note that says there is a new IP in your infrastructure. So it is scanned then. Everything's stacked so that you are able to know whose that IP is, because we won't know all the information just with an IP. And after that, we start to give to receive vulnerabilities and open ports. Here we can see all the information, both of the port, the banner that we can see, etc., and the vulnerabilities that we have linked to every port. These are under a criticality level, critical, low, high, whatever, depending on the vulnerability, and that's it. And with this, we can manage it. If we had set a webhook, that webhook would be called with the information of, hey, I found that on this IP port 5432, there's an open port vulnerability. So, and that's it. As simple as that. This is how we can monitor our infrastructure without adding more costs to our machines in terms of installing whatever. No, this is on the cloud, so it's not necessary that we manage anything. So we just add it up. And as we've launched the version 1.0 and we are looking for partners and integrators that want to put these functionalities in these applications and they want to sell them, or maybe you just want to install it. So any contact, anything, any doubt that you have, anything that you want to do, you have our email address, you have our Twitter, and that's almost it. Thank you very much, and I don't want to take more time. So thank you.